did date a doctor in the late 70s.
You're lying!
We met at Studio 54, and anyone who was anyone was there. Now, this doctor was very, very successful, and he gave me quite a few pointers on the subject of regeneration.
So, can you tell us what happens when the body becomes injured?
Well, there's a general tendency for inflammation. It's a body response whose purpose is to prevent further injury. Well, they become permeable. After tissue injury, the capillaries become more permeable in order to allow fluid-rich and clotting proteins and other substances from the bloodstream to flow into the injured area. These leaks then form clots, which stops the loss of blood and also holds the edges of the wound together, blocking off the injured area to prevent bacteria and other harmful substances from spreading or entering the injured area. Where the clot is exposed to air, it dries quickly and to form a scab.
So, Harry, what tissues regenerate the best?
Well, skin, fibrous connective tissues, and bone regenerate the best. Skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, nervous tissue in the brain, and spinal cord regenerate poorly and are usually replaced with scar tissue. The brain and heart cells are amitotic. After a certain point, they can't reproduce anymore, just like me after my hysterectomy.
What is fibrosis?
It's a form of tissue repair with dense connective tissue replaces the cell lost in the injury, forming scars. Scar tissue is not as flexible as normal tissue, but is strong. However, it can't perform the same functions as the tissue it replaces, which can be a problem if it develops in the heart, bladder, or any other muscular organ, because it inhibits the organ's ability to do its job.
So, can you tell us about granulation tissue?
I'd be delighted. It forms when injury happens, and it's delicate tissue made mostly out of new capillaries that grow into the injured area from undamaged blood vessels nearby. These capillaries are fragile, and they're what you see when you pick away a scab too early. Sort of like my first husband, Gregory von Furstenberg. Granulation tissue has phagocytes that are used to eventually destroy the blood clot in the connective tissue cells that synthesize the construction of scar tissue.
Well, thank you for your insight, Harry.
Oh, thank you. And don't forget to buy my new album. It drops next week.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Rushing through your head, rushing through your head.
Hey.
Professor Courtney.
Yes?
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about regeneration?
Why not?
What can you tell me about the human ribs?
Human ribs can grow back if the periosteum, the membrane surrounding the rib, is left intact.
Huh?
Because of this, ribs are often used in reconstructive surgery.
Hello?
Humans have 24 ribs for a total of 12 pairs. Your ribs help you to be able to breathe, as when you inhale the ribs, as you lift the rib cage, allowing your lungs to expand, and when you exhale, they clip, squeezing the air out of your lungs.
My name is Tanya Simone and I'll be the model today.
Professor Courtney, can you tell me where the ribs are located?
That's here.
And the liver?
No. Down on the bush.
Can you tell me about the periosteum?
The periosteum is a thin layer of dense, irregular connective tissue membrane that covers the outer surface of a bone in all places except the joints. As opposed to osseous tissue itself, periosteum has nociceptive nerve endings, making it very sensitive to manipulation. It also provides nourishment by providing the blood supply. Periosteum is attached to bone by strong collagenous fibers called Sharpie's fibers, which extend to outer circumferential and interstitial lamella. It consists of an outer fibrous layer and an inner Cambrian layer. The fibrous layer contains fibroblasts, while the cambium layer contains progenitor cells, which develop into osteoblasts that are responsible for increasing the width of a long bone. What? Drink plenty of milk.
So scandalous.
Can you tell me where the liver is? So, what can you tell me about the liver?
The liver, wow. The human liver is one of the few glands in the body that has the ability to regenerate from as little as 25% of its tissue. This is largely due to unipotency, capable of developing into only one type of cell or tissue of hepatocytes. During regeneration, the liver cells active through growing a new liver for a new embryo.
So, Professor Courtney, what can you tell me about cirrhosis?
Well, you know, the liver is not forever renewable.
Yes.
There comes a point where a process called cirrhosis replaces liver tissue with scar tissue, most commonly caused by alcoholism, liver disease, or hepatitis C.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
Hello, Deep Period Physiology. I'm Ishika Sugera, and I'll be playing the role of healthy liver tissue today. And this is Shaniqua, and she'll be playing the role of scar tissue. Oh no, it's scar tissue.
So, Professor Courtney, what can you tell me about cirrhosis?
Well, you know, the liver's not very renewable.
So, Professor Courtney, what can you tell me about...
Cirrhosis.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
No! This is largely due to its unipotency, capable of developing into...
What are you reading from?
Capable of developing into...
Hello, Deep Period Physiology. I'm Michiko Sugera, and I'll be playing the role of healthy liver tissue today. And this is Shaniqua, and she'll be playing the role of scar tissue.
Enjoy.
What?
Professor Courtney.
Don't bother me. Hepatitis C, LOL.